sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. If we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. Yeah, I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Head to head with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. Number 1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Calling audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get about the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada. Rolling up, I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Down from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I'm moving too fast, I can't stop. Wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up.
I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it.
Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Y'all already know what time it is, huh? Playing skills, you did.
Playing skills.
Ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch y'all flip, watch y'all whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, car on the wrist, pull on the wrist, watch y'all flip, watch y'all whip, I'm in the whip, pull on the wrist, I never switch, ice on the wrist, I get the money but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause ice on the wrist. My bitch, you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When it's not savers, You be liking my flavor, I can
Okay, Coach, we are at the confluence of the Ohio, Allegheny, and Monongahela Rivers at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins.
All day, baby, let's go! Let's go!
Ready! 30 base.
54, Mike, 54.
A first carry now for Wendell Smallwood. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
2nd and 2. And he slings one that's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Ford. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
First down, Miami. Ready, break.
Check Mike, 54. Mike, 54.
Get the ball.
First down, a run with Smallwood. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first.
First down, Dolphins. 60 Pittsburgh. Pick it up.
They'll run on first down. Smallwood. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Smallwood. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Mike, 54. Mike, 54. Watch the flag.
Get it.
On first down, Smallwood. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually...
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Durham Smythe, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
On the double. 5, Mike 55. Let him up. Hop up. Now let him know. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll throw on 1st down with Jackson. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Heavy on the edges. Mike.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Here we go. Set. 10 Lobo. 54 Mike. Here we go. Set.
2nd and 14. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
On play action, they'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking, but to me it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play action sack. Here's Switzer. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the 24.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
3 down.
Steelers nothing.
Go. 552. Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Jackson. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Now it's Jackson. Uncorks one for Davis. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates are going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Devin Bush coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Ford. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw. A free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They run the counter. Laird. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 11.
Stephon Tuitt came out of Notre Dame as another one of those really tall defensive ends, and you just wonder, would they be able to have the leverage to bend and make plays? I think he just gave us an answer with that tackle. Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, a ball may come your way.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Check 3. 61. Matchbox lights. Get it.
Back to throw here. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. They run on 1st down as they get about 3. 2nd and 7 forthcoming. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Ready?
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The catches like that, that's what the Dolphins envisioned when they took Gesicki high in the 2nd round a season ago. He did have 22 catches as a rookie, but did not find the end zone. Certainly feels more comfortable wearing number 88, his old college number, after sporting 86 as a rookie. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And the Dolphin first down.
Come on, set. 60 Pittsburgh. Let's go, Pilot, 64, weak. Get that ball. Kill. Hit it.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
Jam.
The 26-yard line.
On 2nd down, Smallwood. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Wendell Smallwood, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Now a good running play here to start the drive. That'll net them 14 yards as they pick up the first. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. It's a gain of a yard, and it takes us to the 2-minute warning.
That's it, baby.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
You ain't going nowhere.
Jackson on first down. 20. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. On first down, it's Samuels. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
They'll go screen here to Hunt, and he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Boswell good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, you string them together, could get into field goal range. Let's see what happens.
The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Going deep here for Parker. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But 2nd down instead.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And that will wind up just short. He had it on line. It ran out of gas at the end, and this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Raekwon McMillan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
It's your time, baby. We did our part.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot down. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
From the 30 on second down, Jackson. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Push him back. Push him back.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll set them back 5. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Shift! Watch the shift! Go, go! Under crunch! Under crunch! Back, back, back! Check 3! Check 3! Check 3! New Mike 52! Mike 52! Orbit, orbit! Here we go! Here we go!
From the gun, Jackson. This one caught by Davis. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Check that. We want Mike 52 right here. I got you, Pop.
On 1st down, they'll run with Hunt.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end, in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He's going to let this one go deep. It's caught at the 10. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready, set.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I can't believe they let you play. I did it.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here's incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Javon Hargrave, the D tackle, getting the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And that kick will go out of bounds right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now a deep ball here, hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They give him a gain of 38. So the big play gets him across midfield now for first down. Now Hunt. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
On second down now, it's Connor, and there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
It's 3rd and 11.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Jackson from the shotgun.
You got tight right there.
And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
And we got to get to the ball, team. We got. Hey, 7 now.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
18 Raiders. X3. 218. Jump. Go.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike spot 4. 6-6. Pull it high. Shift. Topper. Gone. We got double up. Yo, go. Motion.
The setup to throw.
Here we go, let's bring it.
He's going to float this over the middle, deep.
Let's bring it.
Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
From just shy of midfield, Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down.
Watch his slant. Watch his slant.
From the gun, it's Jackson. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll run on first down. Laird. And that won't buy him much room. Just a 1-yard gain to the 5.
That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. They'll keep it on the ground. Laird. Now they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. The Dolphins on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12.
They still playing soccer. Y'all playing
Back to throw now in his own end zone. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
At the 28-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
I got you.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Well, touch and timing are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
And the Steelers on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is third down and 12. Jackson now. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now Jackson on first down. Completes it to Davis. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on third down.
Let's go. Pick it up, D.
Jackson will throw again. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but Is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Good work, boy.
Well, that one hurts a bit. That was a golden opportunity to possibly put this one on ice, but he comes up empty.
And how big of a miss might that turn out to be? Stay tuned. There's still time left on the clock. This could be critical.
Still a one-score game. Had he hit that, it would have been 2 scores. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 49-yard line.
Ready.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
I hope you brought your left side.
2nd and 5.
54.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he fires one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning. And we'll be back.
Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
A give right side now to Hunt. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On first down, Laird. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Here's 2nd and 8. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. Agreed, that's twice now in this fourth quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing is Jackson. And some space here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a Dolphins touchdown.
Now that's a takeaway.
He is a difference maker at the linebacker position. He had a pick six last year, remember it, but it's different for those guys, isn't it, than a corner or a safety?
It certainly is, because sometimes they're pattern reading, seeing what the receivers are doing. Sometimes they're spot dropping, just getting to a place on the field and finding the quarterback and going to the ball. But remember this, these linebackers, at one time in their life, a lot of them were running backs, and they love having the ball back in their hands and making big moves towards the end zone.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Steelers take over.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Hey, watch the slant.
The drive will start with Connor. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Pick me up. Here we go.
Jackson to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Well, that's a good first step, but several steps still to go.
They still have time for the possible game-winning field goal. Time for them to be quick and hurry at the same time.
2nd and 2. And this is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So now it's 4th down and short, and whatever they do, run or pass it, they've got to pick up the first here.
Yeah, and you mentioned running it. That is still an option, but as you've also said, they've got to do it quickly and get back to the line of scrimmage.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play, but if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Mike 52.
Throwing now is Jackson. Uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well have run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Now it's Jackson going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Kill. Shift. 22, jet bomber. 22, jet bomber. Wahoo.
Here's Jackson. He finds his tight end, Gentry. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10 is Connor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That sends them 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 14-yard line.
Now the timeout will be called, so they're in field goal range with 3 seconds left. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And a timeout comes in. The whistle's blown with 3 seconds remaining. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. And it is good.